So how much is selling your home going to cost? Once you've decided to sell your home, you probably want to know how much the selling costs are going to be. I'm going to use a fictitious home, 123 First Street. And let's say this is your home for the example in this video. Here's what you need to know to estimate your sales proceeds for when you sell 123 First Street. Number one, the first thing you should do is find out how much you owe on your home. Unless your home is paid for outright, this includes your first mortgage, second mortgage, any HELOC loans you have, that's a home equity line of credit, any debt that is secured by your home. So let's say your home at 123 First Street has the following outstanding loans. Let's say it has a first mortgage of $500,000, a second mortgage of $100,000, and you still owe a balance of $10,000 for the solar panels you added a few years ago. That's a total of $610,000 in outstanding loans secured by your home at 123 First Street. Number two, estimate your home's current market value. If you've been watching home sales in your local area for a while, you might have an idea of what your home might be worth. You can use that estimate for a quick calculation, but your best bet is to ask your real estate agent to tour your home and prepare a CMA, comparative market analysis, based on their assessment of your home and their knowledge of the local market. Your agent should also be able to give you some recommendations of things that you could do to improve the value of your home. So let's say I came and I toured your home at 123 First Street, and I prepared a CMA, and I gave you an estimated market value of $1 million. Number three, now let's estimate the expenses of selling your home. So the first expense you want to look at is your real estate commissions. There is a long-standing misconception that there is a standard or a typical percentage of what a real estate commission is. That is not the case. There is no standard, no set percent for real estate commissions. Every agent, every team of agents is essentially an independent contractor, and as such, they run their own businesses and they have different services that they offer. That means that they will all have different strategies to selling a client's home, and they will use different services to get the job done. There's more to consider than just the percentage rate when choosing an agent to sell your home. So when you're interviewing agents, be sure to ask what services they offer and if the costs are included as part of that rate or something extra that they'll be charging you for. Some services may include things like professional photos, professional video, drone flyover video, even staging, maybe some cleanup expenses, paying for advertising on social media or in the local papers. It may also include canvassing the neighborhood and going door to door, making sure everyone in your neighborhood is aware of your home is for sale. And they may hold one open house or several, or possibly even none. I know what you're thinking, none? No open houses? But before you write off an agent who tells you they're not holding your home open, let me tell you something that most agents already know. Open houses do not sell homes. Open houses are not intended for selling the home that's being held open. It's actually pretty uncommon for a buyer to walk in from an open house sign and be the one that ends up buying that home. The number one reason that agents hold open houses is to market themselves and to meet future clients when they walk in looking at your home. So, open houses are not really for the benefit of the seller. Most agents want to hold homes open so that they can get more business from the potential buyers that are walking through the open house. But as a seller, open houses can be a huge inconvenience. If you're interviewing an agent who isn't pushing you to have open houses every weekend until your home sells, it's not because they're lazy or aren't working hard to get your home sold. It's because they know it's highly unlikely for your house to sell because somebody walked in seeing an open house sign. And that agent probably gets the majority of their business from other more modern sources, like video marketing, for example. Okay, so back to what it's going to cost. For the sake of your fictitious home at 123 First Street, let's use 6% as the commission rate. So 6% of an estimated $1 million that we did the CMA on. Now, before you think, hey, I'm in the wrong line of work, understand that the agent you hire doesn't actually get to keep that commission all for themselves. That commission first goes to the brokerage they work under, and the brokerage divides that commission up between the agent you hired and the agent that came representing your buyer, the buyer's agent's broker, and finally, the listing agent's broker. And remember, all the services offered by the agent I mentioned earlier, advertising, photography, staging, etc. All of those expenses come out directly out of your agent's portion of the commission and not out of the entire commission. Now let's look at closing costs. Closing expenses vary from state to state, county to county, and even city to city. I'm just going to go over the most common closing costs you might see on your fictitious home at 123 First Street if it were in my local city. So in my local area, it's common for buyers to pay title and escrow fees. Transfer tax is paid by the seller. There is no city transfer tax in my city, but some cities do have this tax. And there's also a builder report required that's usually paid for by the seller. But keep in mind that this is what is typical in my city. But this is all negotiable and it's going to be in your offer, so make sure any offers you're considering, you always take a look at who's paying for what expenses. Other fees that might be negotiated in the sales contract or added to closing costs may also include a home warranty policy, notary fees, recording fees, wire transfer fees. Sometimes these are paid 100% by the buyer or the seller. Sometimes these fees are split 50-50. When considering an offer on a home, be sure to consider what you're being asked to cover in terms of these selling expenses. Also, if your home is in a homeowners association, you should anticipate paying the management company a disclosure document fee. This is usually paid to the management company ahead of time as part of your disclosure packet. Some may allow you to charge it to your escrow account. Finally, consider inspections. If you have inspections done before you list the home for sale, the cost will fall on you as a seller. In some markets, buyers typically pay to have the inspections done once their offer is accepted. This is going to depend on what's common in your local area, so ask your real estate agent for guidance. Okay, so what's the estimated cost to sell your home at 123 First Street? First of all, we have a CMA of $1 million. That's what we think the home is worth. You have outstanding loans of $610,000. There's a 6% sales commission that we're using for this example, $60,000. Title and escrow fees, nothing, because a buyer typically pays those in my market. Transfer tax, $1,100. Building report, $90. There's going to be extra fees like the notary fee. We'll put $200 down for that. Recording fee of $80. And the bottom line is you're going to walk away with $328,530. That's our estimation. It's not going to be exact, but it gives you a good idea of what your proceeds will be when you sell your home. I hope you found this video helpful. If you're looking to sell your home in the San Francisco Bay Area, let me know. I'm happy to do a free CMA and estimation for your specific home. All my contact information is in the description below. If you need an agent in your local area, send me an email with your location and I'll recommend an agent I know and trust. If you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments below and consider subscribing to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video.